I love Lisa Natoli because she has come back to this community, and she has come back to this community to raise her family and to make this community a better place. And I'm a big proponent of bloom where you are planted. And that is what Lisa is doing. You know, in addition to her very, very busy practice as an attorney with her husband, they have two beautiful young girls, and they're very busy with them that I know. And she's very much involved in the church, in Holy Family, and she has been very active with Catholic Charities as well, and Dollars for Scholars. Of course, with the Arts Council, she's president of our board. She's funny, she's smart, she's driven, she's passionate, just all those good things. We need to make the place where we live the place where we want to live. And I think that Lisa is a really good example of that.
Well, Stephen is one of the founding members of the Blues Association, so he has been working on that for 20 years plus now. And we call him the MacGyver of the Chenango Blues Festival because he can fix anything and has often had to. In the middle of an event like that, when you're kind of winging it, everything is on the fly, things are breaking down, Stephen is the consummate person who can take what's ever out there in his toolbox, and he has an impressive collection that he brings down, and he'll go out there, and whether it's rigging or staging or lighting or electric, Stephen finds a way to get it fixed, and that's invaluable. He's been involved in a great many projects. He lent help to the Friends of the Park project, and you know, again, we got near the end of the project, and we're trying to figure out how to get the stage rigged up and how we're going to run our lights and, you know, the kind of the nuts and bolts things, and he just gets it done. He's a great person to work with, a great person to have around, and the kind of person who never is striving for any recognition or to make himself known either. You know, if you want to be involved in any kind of project, you want to surround yourself with the Stephen Palmatiers of the world, the people who just want to know what the problem is and how we're going to get it done, and then they go out and do it.
When it started with my mom and dad, with Sam and Adele, and with my wife Barbara, it was just one thought. It was just make a great product and delight the customer and do whatever it takes. Making lunches when people would come to visit so they could go explore the fields and enjoy the area. I think that really became some of the impetus by having an artist residency, because people loved being up here. And we laughed as we looked outside the window, the kitchen window, thinking someday we'll make little cabins for artists to do work in the fields. And it's exciting to see those dreams come true 32 years later, but when you have a compass that guides you to those things, to delighting the customer, other things eventually, you know, fall suit. And then when we had employees starting to join the company, we realized we needed to do more than just delight the customer. Now we had people who depended upon us for their safety, for their well-being, for their family's well-being, and to provide them opportunities for growth and a recognition that this could be something, this could be a career for people as opposed to just a job they came to. And for that, it meant treating people like owners. So the first thing we did when we made a profit in 1987, I know that was 7 long years of not making a profit, but in 1987 we finally made a profit, and we started our profit sharing program with all the employees. Our accountant said, Mark, you running a business or is this a hobby? I said, what do you mean? You know, look at what we've accomplished. He said, well, you run it like a hobby. You need to hire a controller.
The ad was looking for a comptroller, which is usually a nonprofit organization. And I was delighted to find out they weren't looking for a comptroller, that it was a for-profit business, and they just weren't sure what they were looking for.
That's when we hired Barb Schindler in 1997, and we realized that we had an incredibly talented person that could take us to the next level of the companies.
There was a clear course that Mark could see, and you know, he was a great visionary, always able to look many years out. So that was very clear. It was just how to get from where we were to where we wanted to go. That was a little bit more challenging for Mark, and that's why I was an added fit to say, okay, let's really make the plans that'll make that happen. something we've been really wrestling with for a couple of years, trying to understand our growth. And now with additional product lines that we're trying to bring to bear, next year we really need some manufacturing space here in New Berlin, but be able to have warehousing elsewhere. And after looking at many facilities, the one at Hale Street really makes the best sense for us. So it's really the first time that we're getting ahead of the sales coming in, trying to prepare for that growth. But we feel solid about the products we're bringing to market, and feel we have the right people here to make that happen. The plans are falling into place.